What's up, YouTube? First and foremost, shout out to Alien Army. Raise up, stand up, hit a like button, and definitely drop a comment. If you're new here, Alien Army are people that are subscribed to me. They rock with me heavy by always hitting the like button and hitting a comment. Well, dropping a comment. I do respond to 99.9% of my comments, so that's why you should definitely rock with me and check out my other content. I am homeless. Shout out to the donations. If anybody wants to bless me or show me love, my Cash App is the same as my YouTube name, AlienAscend. And I'll start off this with the actual topic. Homeless. Oh, another thing too, real quick. Anybody wants to send me any messages or talk to me private, I did put the email in my description. It's alienarmycontact@gmail.com. Surprisingly enough, I've only gotten 2 emails of people, trying to be trolls or saying some stupid stuff. I blocked them weeks ago when I first opened it. But the amount of great emails, and I encourage everybody, even if you just want to say what's up. I mean, normally it's a private message where, like, you tell me, what's going on with you, or if you want to chop it up with me, it's totally cool. But yeah, I'm happy and I'm surprised that only 2 people decided to run their mouths a little bit, and the block button is super easy. But got lots of love, so want to shout you out for that. Today's video, homeless update, and I think I'm gonna put oh yeah at the end of it, like I don't want to do the voice and I'll start coughing and clearing my throat and everything else. So before I jump into this, the homeless update, this is real time, okay? I am back in the hotel. Let's give it up for the hotel life. One time for the one time. You heard me. I was able to check in last night, so actually need to back up a second. So Alien Army, if you guys can, lately, I think my last 2 videos aren't doing so well. I thought those were topics that you guys would like. I think it was, doing some poetry and some songs. And then the other one was, what was the other one? Talking about Social Security. I noticed on both those videos, not many people were watching till the end of it. That really does help my metrics out, and that's why those 2 videos only got 70. So I understand if you don't like the content or something like that. Just let me know in a comment. Like, hey, I wasn't feeling it, and then I could try to adjust. I am trying to appeal to everybody who rocks with me, but also appeal to a bunch of people to come over here and check me out. I do want exposure. One of the biggest ways that you could actually help with that is by watching the video all the way through. When people do that, YouTube recommends it to more people, and if people don't do that, it doesn't show up in their notifications, and then I get not very many views. But I'm happy for every view, and I'm happy for everybody who sees it. But of course, I want progress. I'm always challenging myself. Like, the next video I make, I hope I get this many views and stuff like that. And I shouldn't really put expectations on there. The biggest expectation I should have is just each thing I do should be better than the last. But I am only human, you know what I mean? Even though I'm an alien. Jumping straight into it though, homeless update. Oh yeah. So, biggest update. Let's talk about what happened with Trump. I think that's absolutely horrible. I'm very happy that he is alive. I try not to talk about religion and politics too much on here. However, I do want to put my opinion in state stuff. It's okay if you're not with Trump. It's okay if you're not for Biden, right? It's okay whatever you believe, right? Totally okay. I don't take, it's not like it's the end of the world or anything like that. However, it's when people become radical, when people become very insulting and disrespectful and thinking they're right, and then just the divide. We're divided up enough. We don't need to be divided anymore. We need to come together. I'm very happy that Trump is alive. I think it's horrible that person did that. I think that person who did that is a traitor. I don't think I'm glad that he's no longer here. If I was related to that person, even though, like, let's say for example, I was related to that person, which I'm not, thank God. If I was, I would change my last name. I think it's an American thing. That person, I don't believe should be buried or cremated on American soil. I don't think that should happen to Trump. I don't think that should happen to any president. I also believe that the cameras that showed all that stuff were a little bit too close. There were certain code words, and like how people respond to something like that. I don't think that everybody needs to see that stuff. I know that at first I didn't want to see any of that stuff. When I actually heard the news that he had been shot, I was afraid to look at it because I had no idea how bad it was. I do love Trump. I love anybody. I love all Americans. I want to throw that out there. I know that on my channel I talk about how there needs to be better assistance. These programs a lot of them are antiquated. I talk about the oppression that homeless people go through, and then not just the homeless people, but everybody does seem to be oppressed. There really does not seem to be a middle class. Middle class is 2 or 3 people living in the same house and splitting up rent. Middle class, I mean, dude. The other day I bought a 2-liter. It was damn near $4, and it was at a grocery store where you're supposed to get cheap stuff, right? I understand that like I try to shop smart, right? Because I am homeless. Going to like a Dollar General or Dollar Tree store where you pay $1.25 and it's a 1-liter bottle of soda. That used to be 99 cents, right? So I'm paying a little bit more for a soda that is half of what it used to be. Those are the shakedown rules and oppression that I don't like. And I know that people could say it's inflation, stuff like that. I'm not, I don't know a whole lot about all that stuff. I do know that it's wrong. Like, we're being shaken down for anything and everything, right? But to get back on the topic of Mr. Trump, our president. I did vote for him last time. I do believe that he was that the game was rigged. I believe that normally whatever's going to happen is going to happen. You know what I'm saying? But I do believe that he would make more of a positive change. I think it's horrible that what happened to him. Like I said, I think it's very un-American. I believe that person is a freaking traitor, and I'm trying not to cuss. I think it's despicable. I'm glad that he's alive. I believe that we would all, what could happen if something like that did take place and Trump wasn't so lucky, could be a civil type situation, and that would divide us more. And I don't believe there'd be very much good progress. You got to understand that Trump has never done anything to anybody, as far as I'm concerned, and as far as everybody's concerned, for somebody to do something like that. I don't think, nobody should ever do anything to a president. Nobody should ever, try to target our military either. I think that we need to all be proud that we're Americans and understand that we do have problems. However, we are in the greatest country in the world. If you're born here or you got your citizenship here, this is a privilege of what this country is. In my opinion, we have the richest and best resources. I think that we need to tap into this stuff. Like our country will thrive if we had things that were American made. Our country would thrive if we weren't so divided, if we could just all come together. And that's what I would want. And I believe Trump wants that as well. Will it happen? Who knows? Will I be voting for Trump? Yeah, flat out. But I'm glad that he's alive. I think that people are looking too closely at what the responses were. I know that person was hiding up on that roof for a little bit and stuff like that. I think that only Trump can say if his team did a good job, and I think that he would. And the respect and admiration of somebody who just got clipped in their ear, standing up and wanting some room to say fight, fight, fight. I mean, that is extremely motivating. That really shows a whole lot of his character. You know what I'm saying? How many of you could get hit like that and want everybody to know that to fight, right? That he fought through that, and he doesn't need to be our president. You know what I'm saying? Like he could be very happy on a private island and being fed cheese and have the most beautiful women around him, and him playing on the PlayStation 5 and buying the best GTA 6 games and the DLC content. He doesn't have to go ahead and do this. He's passionate about that, and whether you like him or not, I believe that you should look at the facts that, you should respect that, respect somebody who is literally in the line of fire, somebody who was in the line of fire and got clipped and got up, and his response was fight, fight, fight. Donald Trump is not a coward, he's somebody you can look up to. At least that's the way I feel. I understand that people might say some shit, alien, what's going on, it sounds like you're in love with them. No, I love our country, and I love people that want to help this place. It's easy to point out all the bad stuff, but can we come up with solutions? And my biggest solution is I believe that we all should come together and work to target, work harder to have targets in mind of where we want to see this country in the future of successfulness, happiness. The great American dream was just buying a house and raising your family. And a long time ago, the great American dream was having your own land where you could, whatever you plant in the ground flourishes. And America's got that soil. We have that technology of knowing what kind of stuff that we need to put in the ground to make our vegetables good, or how to raise cattle and stuff like that. But I know that hopefully I didn't lose anybody. Hopefully people are actually interested because that's not something I always talk very much about, and I'm doing that now because I want to, and hope you guys at least respected my stance on it. All right, so now I talked about that. Let's see here. What I've been doing lately. Okay, so I guess I'll jump straight into it. I got this hotel room last night. So my last night that was here, I rolled out. It's been very, very hot out there. I have not adapted well going back from a nice hotel that has got climate control of air conditioning and stuff like that, and being able to actually heat up my food and eat it and stuff like that. I had to go back to cans of raviolis. That sucked. Worse than that, gas prices shot back up. I don't know if it happened in your area or not. In my area, yes. Gas prices shot back up. Was doing DoorDash. Still am doing DoorDash. I'm being very picky on where I go and stuff like that. But I had noticed that I end up spending more money, and it feels like I spend more money living in my car, and I make less money when I'm not sleeping so well. I had a couple nights where I could not go to sleep at all, and I finally broke down and had run the car, run that air conditioning. The heat wave has been nuts. There was a lot of rain going on, and it was hot and it's humid out here in the Midwest. It sucked. I'd much rather have to deal with the dry heat in the West, but I'm sure I'll find something to complain about that as well. I didn't upload any videos that were recent while I was in my back in my car again, and I'll tell you why. I felt like I was complaining. I felt like it was miserable. I was getting 2 or 3 hours of sleep, and then I was working, and I was like, you know what, I do want to get back into the hotel room because it felt like I was able to produce better YouTube videos. Like being able to sit here and not be so hot and coughing and clearing my throat every 5 seconds and all that stuff. And I gotta tell you, when I'm not on camera, I don't do that, just let you know. So, of course, when I talk about it, I have to do it. It's like talking about spiders. When you start talking about spiders, you feel like they're crawling on you and shit. You know what I mean? So I got the hotel last night. Got a really good rest last night. Big Brother, first episode was yesterday. If you guys know something about me, I love the show Big Brother. There's another episode coming out tonight with they're going to introduce the new 8 contestants. I saw the contestants last night. A couple of them seemed cool that I'd rock with. A couple of them looking on the lame side. There's this dude. I think I'm gonna do these Big Brother videos moving forward. Let me know if you guys would like that too. I'm gonna maybe do some reaction, not reaction because I can't play this stuff, but I would like to maybe make some shorts or long form videos talking about what's going on with Big Brother and with some of the stuff that I would do. And I talk to the TV when I'm watching this. Even if I wasn't here, I could still watch Big Brother. I have the app on my phone, and I got a friend who's got a not a Netflix, but I think it's called a Paramount app, and I got it on my phone and I got to log into. I even have my own little profile. I get to watch Big Brother on there, and I get to watch, I believe, the live feeds when they kick in. That's what I did last summer when I was homeless and going through the same stuff. I watched all Big Brothers on my phone. I also want to start doing videos of me working out, and I don't know if they're going to be shorts or long form. I would like to do a transformation videos where maybe I inspire you guys to start losing weight by cutting some stuff out. I know that I'm overweight. I'd like to throw this out there. I am in the worst shape of my life right now, right? And that doesn't mean that I'm in the worst shape of my life, like I'm a 600-pound dude and I'm walking, I can barely walk and stuff like that. No, I can still run a mile in under 10 minutes. I'll collapse afterwards. The size of my arms, and it's probably hard to tell. I never look at myself as a big guy. I'm 6 foot, 230 pounds right now, right? I might just throw a picture. If I do, it'll be when I was between 210 and 215 while I was driving a truck. So, hopefully you guys see that picture if I can put it in. Losing 15, 20 pounds makes me look a lot more skinnier. But what I mean the worst shape of my life is I'm used to always lifting heavy weights, even if my arms aren't that, aren't huge or anything like that. My arms have shrank a lot. I barely, I need to have at least 1 gram of protein for what I consider lean body tissue. I need about at least 125, 130 grams of protein a day. I've counted days where I've only gotten 12 or 13 grams of protein. That's muscles being deteriorated. That's my body eating it up. The high sodium stuff and high calories and sitting around. I need to be more proactive. And unfortunately, there's only 2 spots that fat goes to, right? It goes to my face, it goes to my chin, and then my stomach. My stomach sticks out, man. The rest of me don't, you know what I mean? But I want to get in better shape, and I want to show those videos and maybe inspire people to go ahead and do that. Maybe cut out some things, So let me know if you guys would be interested in seeing that. So this is not just updates. I want you guys to film me, fill me in on stuff. I would like to make content like I said, that will entertain you guys, engage you guys, the kind of content that you want to watch, basically, right? I want to make the content that got you subscribed and got you watching, got you rocking with me. I also then would like to make some content on top of that you also would enjoy, but it would bring in new people, you know what I mean? And I do need your help for that. Watching the videos all the way through is one of the best ways to do it. Let's see here. So we'll talk about my game plan. My tags on my vehicle end at the end of August. They have not, as of right now, as of today, they have not removed the reject on my title. What I've been doing is I've been filling out job applications, and on top of filling out job applications, I've been making money with DoorDash. Some days are better than others. Some I'm just sitting around. When I'm in this hotel, it's in a nicer market. It makes things easier. I spend less money on gas. That's another reason why I got this room last night. I was going to end up spending that money on gas moving forward next week. I can save money on gas and actually have a climate and have a bed and have a nice TV and a nice refrigerator and a nice microwave and a halfway decent electric stove. You know what I'm saying? But my tags end up in August. At the end of August, that's when they'll be expired. I would like to have my car sold before that happens. I'm thinking about getting a motorcycle license and buying a motorcycle. I understand that you could get a $2,000 or $3,000 motorcycle that's only, maybe it was dropped once, so it's scratched up, but it's only got 5,000 or 6,000 miles on it. And from my understanding, a lot of motorcycles, go between 50 to 100,000 miles on the engine, depending on it. And some of them even go more. It all depends, right? My experience with motorcycles, have I ever driven one on the street? Not really. I've driven, riding. I've ridden pocket bikes. I've ridden pit bikes. I've ridden dirt bikes before. The dirt bikes did have a clutch. I think the pit bike might have had one. The pocket bike was an automatic. I'd have to learn everything. I'm not experienced enough to just jump on one. I'm pretty sure I could start one, but I'd need to learn a whole lot. So if I went that route, I would get my motorcycle license. Before you even get a motorcycle license, as far as I understand, you just need to get a permit, and from that permit, you can start riding it on the street if you are good enough. You know what I mean? As long as you don't drive at nighttime, something like that. And those permits, I think, last 6 months to a year. So get a permit, maybe even go through a class and whatnot. I'm thinking about that for a couple reasons. One, you can get something cheap that still has a lot of life to it. Number 2, motorcycles, from my understanding, are a lot easier to work on. You don't need a big old lift to lift it up like a car and jack it up and everything else. The motorcycle is already kind of low to the ground. There's ways that you can go ahead and work on them. Another reason as well is that if I live in a car, so if I'm on a motorcycle, where am I going to lay down and sleep at? Well, maybe I can go and take it up into a mountain. Maybe I can, walk it up a mountain range. Maybe I can take it into a forest. Maybe it's a dual sport where I can ride on the street and ride some paths. Maybe a little bit of a trail bike, something like that. And then, when it comes to nighttime, and I can use that to make money or find a job, depending on everything, and take that into little places and have a little mat on the back of it, a little yoga mat, roll that thing out, maybe even pop my tent, something along those lines. But the game plan is to be comfortable, a little bit comfortable. I need to be able to sleep. I need to be able to, not suffer. Staying in the car or suffering when you can't just, you spend so much money on gas, you run it, and you know that it's not good to idle a car, especially when it's starting to have some issues like my car had. You know what I'm saying? But the game plan is to have my car sold before August, before the tags expire, which would be, I think, the end of August. On top of which, I will go out west. I will not stay out here. I was selling it. I'd probably end up staying in this motel for about another week and order some of the supplies that I might need. At that time, I need to see what my new transportation is going to be. Is it going to be a mountain bike? Is it going to be a bicycle? Is it going to be a motorcycle? Is it going to be a used vehicle? Is it going to be an antique vehicle? What is my mode of transportation going to be? And more important, all that needs to land on how am I going to continue trying to make money and get myself out of this situation, and then also afford my basic necessities. You can't buy toothpaste with a food stamp card. You can't buy deodorant with a food stamp card. You can't buy Q-tips with a food stamp card. You can't buy Vaseline or chapstick or things like that. You can't buy eyeglass cleaners with a food stamp card. You can't buy socks with it either. You know what I'm saying? And you can't buy shoes, can't buy clothing, can't buy a lot of stuff. Another thing too is I'm trying to get sponsorships. I know I only have 1,500 subscribers, but out of that 1,500 subscribers, I am monetized. I've made over $100 on YouTube, but they won't pay me till the end of August. But I'm trying to make YouTube make more money for me, but also looking for sponsorships that people want to rock with me. I've reached out to Honda. I would love for Honda to sponsor me, and I'd show them that I live in my car, and maybe they could do some of the repairs. Maybe they would be willing to drop the money that I owe them. You know what I mean? Maybe if they worked with me, I wouldn't have to sell my car. Maybe if I got to sponsor Honda, I've heard it on the radio, Honda Random Act of Kindness. What if they were to be so nice and give me a brand new 2024 Honda Accord to live in? You know what I mean? Do I think something like that might happen? No, but one can hope, right? I have emailed their marketing teams and tried to talk to them though, but no response. I've also reached out to a sports apparel place because I would love to wear the sport clothes and sponsor them by wearing it and telling you guys the truth if I like it or not. Should be hearing back from them in the next couple days. We'll find out. I'll probably get told no. From my understanding, I think what I've read, you need to have 10,000 subscribers on YouTube for them to take you serious. Which is really crazy is that girl who talks about Hawk Tui, she just says one line and she's internet famous and she's got all these things going great for him. Going great for her because she said a word Hawk Tui. Isn't that crazy? Wow, that resonates with people a lot more than what we need to do to get Social Security reformed and to fight stuff. Isn't it funny how that works? Yeah. Not hating on her, just saying, and I think that about does it. If you guys have suggestions of things that I should do, or if you guys have anything you would like to offer me, let's say for example, you are out west or you are up north and you do have a plot of land, you do have a homestead, if you have resources that you would like to recommend to me or suggest me, like I said, my email is in the description, alienarmycontact@gmail.com, and I want to thank everybody so much.